being said, please give a very warm round of applause for Jared.
Hi, thank you. Bug Theaters is awesome. I want to start this out with a disclaimer because what you're about to see is going to start a bit morose. And I don't want you to think I'm that dude that's always posting sad stuff on Facebook and you're like, Christ, Dennis, just go out for a jog or something. But as you're going to see, it starts darkly. My mother died in 2005. This was taken a few months before brain tumors got the best. And then just a few months ago, in January of this year, I got a call, and my dad was killed in an accident. And you're like, Jesus, is this guy shilling his dead parents? I mean, a little bit, yeah, they were good people. But what I'm here to talk about is, A, if you've lost someone close to you and you're not normal, well, that's just the new you. You're probably not going to ever be normal. But then I ran into something that totally blew me away. I was taking my dog to the vet because he wasn't doing really well. And the veterinarian, you know when they're serious when they break out the tiny plastic model of the organ they're talking about? And with his finely manicured hands, actually they're brilliantly manicured, he showed me why my dog probably won't live much longer. And sorry, it's not your fault you laughed. I led you to that. But I ran headlong into this epiphany I did not expect. As sitting in my Subaru Forester outside of the vet clinic, I was bawling, like blubber bawling. Do you know when you make noises like a stressed waterfowl, you know? And I had this out-of-body emotional experience where I saw me more aggrieved about my dog than either of my parents. This was distressful. I thought, what kind of monster am I? But then I took a look at my dog, and all dogs in general. They don't live very long, and that sucks. But you know what? They don't need to. It takes us 80 years to figure out what they come preloaded with. Their factory settings are, we got him, and we were like, well, we can do dogs, let's do babies. And we just didn't stop. Look, this bottom one here, he's like, seriously? But look at that. If you find someone that looks at you like Paco's looking at me there, marry it. Buy a farm. Settle down. It gets loyalty and enthusiasm far more than we ever will, or at least maybe on our deathbed. And this is him. He smiles all the time. We riddled him with shrieking children, and we leave him at home 8 hours a day, and he smiles. It does scare the hell out of some people, but it's a smile. This is what we get to come home to. Now, I did want to add a control. This is our lesser favorite dog. Cho-Cho. Somebody did a number on her, and we adopted her. And when she dies, will I be so bereft? Probably not. But this is my wife telling her she probably needs to lose weight. And this reminds me that we talk to our dogs. Like, I tell Paco things I don't tell anyone else. And I actually should take this opportunity to apologize to all canines for us saddling them with our human emotional baggage. But this is the Denver International Airport website. They take pages to talk about the animals that will be there to greet you. And I am not alone in my pet grief. Look at this. For a sale price of $183.20, you can wear your dog's remains on your finger. I'm not sure if that's one of their messaging lines, but it shouldn't be. But so we're not alone. It's a big deal. And another thing with animals, too, is that I realized that their life is so short that they throw this stark timeline right in front of you. A slab of your life where you see who you were before. God, that guy was awesome. And then who you are now. It's the cruelty of chronology. That's what I want to hear, people, right there. And you look at him as a puppy and you wonder, what in the hell happened to time? Where was I? Did I do everything right? Did I love him enough? And in this, I realized a couple things that, A, my parents, well, I'm sorry about the Photoshop job, Mom and Dad, but they're looking down on me or up or whatever the case may be, and they're like, you know what? He figured out gratitude, which they preached to me was the apex of the attribute food chain. Paco's mom was rescued from the streets, and when they brought her in the house, a lovely couple, Bill and Lynn, she had an epic amount of babies, and there's Paco with a spot on his butt. And it's weird. It's like a dog trick, a pet trick. they tell us, you know what, it was short, but it was awesome. Maybe you should do it again. And there I was on the Nebraska Humane Society website, and there's a stray mom who had puppies, and one has a spot on his butt. Road trip, anyone? Thank you so much.